Hi, my name is Sheena Edel Vela Cruz and I will going to perform surgical hand scrubbing. Number 1, examine hands and forearms for cut and blemishes. This is to prevent the dissemination or spreading of microorganisms. Number 2, ensure that the fingernails are in good conditions and not longer than the tips of the fingers. This is to avoid contaminations prior to the procedure. And number 3, prepared self. Put on surgical attire, scrub suit, garments. The surgical attire must have worn only in the surgical area to prevent cross-contamination of any microorganisms. Next, put on caps and face masks. Remove watches, rings, and bracelet if worn. Remove nail polish or artificial nails if worn. Cuts the nails so they are not longer in length than the fingertips. Next is prepare the necessary supplies. Surgical brush, liquid cleanser or antiseptic, nail cleaning device, and scrub sink, and then sterile towel. This is to maintain the smooth flow of the procedure. Then, explain the procedure and its purpose. The purpose of the procedure is to remove debris and transient microorganisms from the nails, hands, and forearms, and reduce the resident's microbial count to a minimum and inhibit rapid rebound growth of the microorganisms. Then, perform the pre-scrub. Turn on the water and adjust the temperature. This is to prevent drying hands, and keeping hands higher than elbow allows to the microorganisms to slide off the hands into sink. Next is moisten the hands and arms. Lather hands and arms for 1 minute. Then remove the nail stick from dispenser and clean nails rising after each nail. Next is rinse hands and arms, keeping hands higher than the elbow. Next is scrub. We have two different scrub procedure. This is the counted brush stroke method and the time method. And we're going to use the counted brush stroke method. And this is to avoid any contamination and remove microorganisms from the hands. Next, select sterile brush or sponge, adding liquid cleanser if necessary. This is our sterile brush. And let's add liquid cleanser. Then, scrub the nail of the left hands with 30 strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Next, and all the skin surface using an anatomical pattern with 20 strokes. We're going to do 4 surface of each fingers, thumb to 5th finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, and over the dorsal surface of the hand, small finger to the thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, and to the palmar surface of the hand, small finger to the thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, over the wrist, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, up the arm in the third ending, 2 inches above the elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to repeat the procedure in the right hands. Again, we're going to add liquid cleanser if necessary. We're going to repeat the procedure with 30 strokes of the left nail hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And all the skin surface with 20 strokes, using again the anatomical pattern. First surface of each finger to the thumb to the 5th finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, over the dorsal to the 5th finger to the thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over palmar to the small finger to the thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over the wrist. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, in the arms, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, rinse the hands. Rinse the hands and arms and keeping hands above the elbow. This is to avoid contamination and cleanse our hands. Then, ask the circulating nurse to close the faucet. Now, keep the hands in front above the waist and not higher than the axilla and move to the location of the sterile towel. This is to avoid contamination of the cleansed hands. Next, dry hands and arms. Drying hands after washing is critical mainly because damp hands spread 1,000 times more bacteria than dry hands. Then, pick up the sterile towel and allow it to unfold. Use half of the dry first hands and arms. Use the second dry half of the towel to dry the left hands. Then, push the cuticle back as you dry. put it back to the tray, and you are all on set.